The frame I pulled out of Rush, Kentucky, off of a couple people, which it was just a tube chassis. We built it up. The front torsion was off of a 68 convertible. So is the rear end, or it used to be. It is a 68 convertible rear end that it was a swing axle that we converted to an IRS. So I'll get you in here in a little bit and explain how we did that. It's got a between 68 and 71 Beetle 1600 dual port on the back that I had bought off of a dude in Evansville, Indiana. Which, it was a last minute thing because we had to have this in a Labor Day parade in I bought it in December of 22, no, not 22, 21. Sorry, 2020, because it was COVID. We built this over COVID, and I actually got it running the morning of a Labor Day parade out. I can't tell you that. So, yeah, most of everything on this thing actually came off of a side-by-side. A old 2006 joiner. So the hydraulic pedals, came off the joiner. What else came off the joiner? The seat belts were off the joiner. And what else was on the joiner? I like to think about it. Most of the brake lines, the horn, everything else, like those KC lights, I actually got at a flea market. The other one I got at a garage sale. The seats came from, one was an auction, the other one was a Mopar meet. The gas tank's off of an old Evinrude boat. The tires are Johnny's. The front ones I got off of a guy up north. I'll explain in depth here in a minute. Let me get you in here for a closer look. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys in here a little deeper. As you can see, stock Beetle front end. We did weld washers up underneath of this because we actually, when I was driving it at my aunt's, pulled the shock through. And I drove probably about half a mile with no dampener. It is torsion, but it's still nice to have that because that side over there was way harder than this side, and it was just a party. And this bumper was actually the rear bumper off the joiner. I got another light bar up in there if you can see it. Steering box just off normal Beetle. All the linkage and stuff is normal Beetle. Oh, there we go. Zoom it out a little bit. Freaking idiot. Yeah. So, these hydraulic pedals. You got your clutch. It's got split brakes. We did so that standard lines, because joiner was American. And then, of course, you got German. So they're all metric lines. She's front discs, front and rear. Or not discs, drums, sorry. Sorry to everybody. Don't mind the wiring. It was a quick throw together just so we could drive them. Seats, like I said, auction. The seat covers came from Jegs. Just something to throw over them. They got a little bit of padding in them. We cut the tunnel off of that 68 Beetle and just took the shifter and stuff straight out of that. That's just a piece of aluminum that I got. Steering wheel is off 68 Beetle. Got a boat rear view mirror. You can see. I know you can't. She was at Rush off-road. normal switch box. So she's golf cart turn signals. It's nothing special, but it gets around. The power plant, just a 1600 dual port. She's bone stock. We want to upgrade them to 1904s. We would go 1915s, but we're worried about the cylinder walls. Well, and the block, because it'd be really thin. Like I said earlier, old, like, I don't know, 60s maybe. Evinrude gas tank. I went ahead and just used good old TSC tractor lights. The Stinger, we just made that. It does have a 71, 72 IRS rear end that we modified. It was originally swing axle, but we had another Beetle. It was either 71 or 72. I don't believe it was a Super. It had the IRS in it, so we pulled the torsion. I'll explain that in a later video on how exactly we did it. But long story short, we just cut the mounts out of the Beetle up there, welded them in here. We kind of measured it. If it works, it's meant. I think I got these at 18 degrees on the torsion, but it's not enough, so we're going to jack it up to get a little bit more clearance. We'll see how that goes with all the bracing and stuff, the drive shafts. It does have just a stock, I guess, whatever cheap slave cylinder I find on Amazon. It works. We're hoping, I think, later in the week, maybe, we're going to splice in some cutting brakes up here, because we are, later in the spring, we're going to be taking mine and Johnny's, you've seen it over there in his video. We're going to be taking these back to Rush Off-Road to see how they fare. It'll also be our first time ever seeing Rush Off-Road. We're going down with a few guys that have been there before, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, hopefully we don't get lost. We'll lost. Most likely gonna get lost. It's a pretty good rig. It still needs some things. We're cutting brakes. Must. I just got bolt-on valve covers. It still had the springs on the side. The skid plate's off of it. We're gonna be putting the skid plate and stuff back on it when I get the right hardware. Currently, though, it's just been zip tied together. All of it.
I got some grand news. The most exciting news I think you'll ever hear in your life, okay? I found the good vice grips.
He found the freaking good vice grips. You know how long we've been looking for those? Probably borderline months. We haven't seen those since freaking probably November. And now it's February.
No, it's been longer than that.
You think it's been longer?
I think it's been longer than that.
Freaking August, maybe?
Maybe around there. Yeah, because I think we started working on this for the Nats.
Yeah, because we'll be going back to the Mopar Nationals. Hopefully we'll be there. No, we will be there. Even if I gotta quit.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for sure.
Well, I'm gonna be there for sure, too.
I'm going no matter what. I always go. That's my tradition. Me and my dad have gone that forever. He's gone to it longer than I have.
Yeah. So, hey, you can't see that. That's where I work. You can't freaking see that. I don't want you guys freaking showing up at our place of work, you know. Freaking. Like anybody's gonna freaking show up. We're freaking nobodies. That's like our friend. He's Mr. Nobody, you know. Find him on Instagram. Reese, he might be in a few videos. We're not sure who's gonna freaking do what now. We got Johnny over there. He started the videos here about, oh, you're kind of crooked. Yeah, there we go. He started videos here, I think. He's on his third video. This is my first video here. He's been filming the last 3 days. I'm going to be in it more. Hopefully more. Grant, he's going to be more the motorcycle side of things. Motorcycle, bikes, anything like that. We're going to be putting in a track out back. Hopefully. We're going to set that up for everything though. We're going to do these normal cars, bikes. We'll see how it goes. We're going to try and get a skid loader out there to do some good work. But yeah, hopefully our goal is to get these good for Rush. Hopefully. I got to get me a good set of tires. I do have a set of, I think they're 32s. 32 Goodyears. They're about, they're probably as wide as those, but I don't know right off the top of my head. It's 3 o'clock in the morning now, I believe, and I live good 10 minutes, 15 minutes away. But we got to do turning brakes and make sure our lights are good. We're going to get some radios and stuff hooked up and do some testing. Now that I got the valve covers and stuff on there, and we've been doing some dwell tuning, and hopefully everything goes according to plan. Like I said, I got a 71 Super Beetle outside that I've also got to get running. I also have a 1968 Plymouth Fury 3 that I have to have ready by August 12th, which is the Mopar Nationals down in Columbus. We might even swing, we were talking about it. There's a Volkswagen show. I think we might show up for half a day over there. One of the beginning days, because most of it we're going to be spending over at the Mopar Nationals. I also have a 1989 Chevy Silverado out there. Short bed. She's a short bed, I know. Hold on, it gets better. She's a 350 with a 5-speed. I know, I freaking said it. I said it. She's an 89 short bed, 355 speed. Yep. What's even better? 68 Plymouth Fury, 444 speed. Yep. She's got an A8 33 in her. We were going to put a 727 back in it, but it was a factory big block car, and it was a 3-speed on the tree. She had a 383 in it with a 3-speed on the tree. Yep, column shift. We got it off of a guy down in Tennessee. Don't know where the motor is. Probably blown up. I did get a 3-speed with the car, but it was out of a truck. I'll explain more of that when I actually, show you the car, because this is not a Fury. It's a Beetle. Or Sandrail Beetle. Yeah, it's titled as a Beetle, so it's a Beetle. It is a Sandrail or a dune buggy, however you guys want to put it. You can fight over it later. But, yeah, I'll explain more about the Fury when we're working on the Fury.
Hey, Sammy.
What?
Want to come over here and film this for me for a minute?
Can you hold on a second? I'm finishing off my video. Freaking poser won't even let me film my own video. He asked me over here to freaking film. He's like, oh, I'm going to go over there and film for you.
Hey, are you talking about me?
No.
I think you're talking about me.
No. Go grab some sweet tea, you freaking poser.
I feel offended.
You see. Freaking bites me over. Freaking wants to film. Nothing?
You're talking about something. Hey.
Freaking posers over there.
I'm filming myself.
Trino,
you're filming
Roadrunner.
me, and you. Hey, by the way, you know how I had a really nice washer fluid tank for my window? I think I just cracked it.
Did you really?
I laid my arm on it and I heard a crunch. I don't know if these guys heard it, but I heard it crack. I don't know if it broke. It's pretty cold. I hope it didn't. I'll cry.
If you guys aren't Mopar people at all, those are expensive. Like really freaking expensive. And hard to find. And that one was original for that car.
I think it's fine. I guess we can't put water in it because it's water.
Yeah.
Well, we can test it. We'll test it later.
It also is like 9 degrees out and you're wanting to put water and plastic.
Exactly why I said, well, we probably shouldn't use water. I don't know who thought of that dumb idea.
I don't know who.
Pause that. Come over here.
See what I mean? Like, I tried. Boogie.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to finish it out here. We will probably be doing torsion on this next, along with the cutting brakes, and then it'll just be tidying up stuff like wires and stuff like that. I probably won't show that because it's tedious and requires a lot of my mental patience that I don't have. So I'll probably update on the torsion and stuff like that later when it gets to that. But then we'll either be putting the floor pans and floor pans, probably be license plates for that 71 Beetle out there. Probably will, probably won't. I might actually do her legit. We'll see how it goes. Or me and Johnny we'll be doing more on the Coronet, and we might even get into the Fury. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But thanks for watching. Have a good one.